Hello guys, welcome back to Johnny HG Gaming, and here we are back at Tosca Cliffs playing more Simcity. This is a pretty nice view, I think. I really like the crisscrossing roads. Reminds me of some crazy roller coaster ride. So yep. So that's pretty nice. And I'm glad I made this decision to have a bridge over here. And the roads were sort of by chance. Alright, so in any case, we're going to continue our march towards making the city a high-tech city. So let's start with some cleaning up before we move on. Alright, one more building. Alright, no shoppers. I'm going to try and get some of these quests done, so I'm going to plop a landmark. Let's see what we can build. I want something with high tourist attraction. The Empire State Building would be nice. I think I will try and go for the Empire State Building. It's pretty huge, but it should be pretty cool. Enhance the skyline a little more in this area. Alright, so we got some cash, 10,000 simoleons. We are in a deficit, but I think we are pretty okay because we are making money from our processes. Let's take a look. Yep, we are making a fair bit of money. I think I should not be selling my alloy. Alright, so let's continue to take a look. We're importing fuel to send to our space center. Alright, so that's not too bad. We are making a fair bit of cash. And what we're gonna do is gonna try and make sure that this guy does not lose too much money. Business is great, but they are making no profits. Really? Let's hope that there's gonna be a change. Alright, the other thing that I did off screen was to introduce another processor factory. So that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna try and sell more processors every day. So there are a couple of strategies to that. One is I could bring in even more processor factories. The other would be to bring in more trade depots. And I think I'm gonna bring in more trade depots instead. Alright, so let's take away the freight storage. And bring in a processor storage. I'm just wondering if I can squeeze in another one over here. And I think it might be possible if I can rearrange these two guys. So let's wander. Alright, so there's no space. Is there some space over here? Alright, so it looks like the slope is a viable solution. Remove the freight storage. Bring in the processor storage. We have more space. Alright, so I think I can build one more here. And we're pretty good. So right now, I'm gonna not sell my processors and store them up. Alright, so we're pretty much good. I'm going to import my alloy and not export it. Alright, now hiring. I think we lost a lot of manpower due to the attack by the giant lizard. Alright, so this area is a expensive area. Let's hope to increase the density a little. Alright, import 9 tons of alloy. That's pretty good. Build my mansion. Oh yeah, I need to have a mayor's mansion. Let's build it in our highly expensive area. But I would like to have a little space to grow. Let's take out these smaller houses over here. Can we do that? let's move a little, give ourselves a little more space. So let's do that. Alright. So I think the areas over here are even more expensive. Let's check the land value. Building density, happiness, population, residential, land value map. Alright, so this area right now is very expensive. And so is the area over here. Alright, so I think we're gonna have a lot of high wealth people over here. And we could do with more high wealth people. Right, so we're making a fair amount of profit. Yep, I guess you guys want the airport, but I don't think we can afford the airport right now. I'm gonna see if I can bring in another tourist attraction. I'm gonna bring a expensive one. This is 500,000. We have another one that's expensive as well. Statue of Liberty. It seems like all this stuff in the US is pretty expensive. 9,000, 50,000. Alright, so let's. Well, this would be pretty nice. The Sydney Opera House would be nice as well, since we have a Bay Area. But I'm gonna go with the Statue of Liberty. Alright. Just wondering, I think we might try to take over the area over here. Alright, this is starting to look like the US, since both of these buildings are from the US. Alright, if I were to bring the Willis Tower, I think we will complete the US kind of theme over here. Washington Monument would be pretty cool. Let's look at our other options. Some of the Russians stuff, the Swedish stuff from Germany. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go for the set and bring in a US theme over here. Alright. Can we put them in the middle? Let's put them all the way in. Alright. So it's more like a US theme over here. Let's check out the land value. Alright, it's pretty good over here. Some degeneration of the land value by some of the utilities. Well, the land value over here is pretty terrible. Right, so let's check out our space center. We have sent a couple of barrels of fuel. And this is our fuel truck. The other one has just went back. Alright, so now we are in the positive, and I'm not sure how. I think it could be because of our tourist industry over here. There is a maximum, I think. Yep, we have reached the maximum. There is high tourist demand. Wow, okay. But I do not think we can bring in a ferry or an airport, so we gotta rely on our bus station. So that's what I'm gonna rely upon. Let's check out our tourism. That's pretty good. But I would prefer some more high wealth guys over here. Oh wow, so we are making a loss. The profit. Wow, the profit is pretty nice. So right now, we are saved by our tourism industry while we are accumulating processes over here. Let's try and bring in another one. Can we fit one in? I think we can squeeze in another one. Just over here. Let's try and squeeze in another one. So as usual, I'm gonna destroy the freight storage and bring in a processor storage. Okay, so that's the maximum. I think I'm gonna bulldoze the water towers and bring in another trade depot. Alright, so let's do that again. Processes should be accumulated and so all at once so that we can hit the daily target. Alright, so we are doing that right. Wow, all these cabs are going back. I think they are coming from the Bay Area that we had. This area looks comparatively less rich than the Bay Area. You guys want an industrial center, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. A streetcar might be worthwhile. It might be worthwhile, seriously. Because I could go all the way here. But I'll need a space for the streetcar center. Let's take a look if we can find some space to do that somewhere. Can we do it? Let's upgrade some of these roads and see if we can do that. Alright, let's upgrade it to the maximum. High density. Upgrade the roads to the streetcars and try and get a couple of streetcars going. Alright, so we're getting more bridges. Something that looks pretty nice. Alright, so let's do that. Since we have the cash, so let's spend it a little. I think we should be getting more once we start selling all the processes. Alright, let's continue to do that. And once it's midnight, I will unleash all of the processes to be sold all at once. Alright, so let's continue to upgrade all of the roads in preparation for our streetcar. Okay, so we are out of cash, but we're making even more cash. So let's upgrade. Alright, it seems like we are pretty much ready, except for this path over here. So let's wait till midnight and we're gonna start selling everything. I think it's not full yet, so we're gonna wait until it's full. What are we doing over here? Alright, so let's upgrade your delivery trucks so that you can produce even more. Enough simoleons, let's take out a loan, there's no problem. I'm feeling pretty confident. Alright, so that's the view that we have. We might even have more space once we demolish the wind power plant. But I'm gonna try not to do that as much as possible, because the turbines look pretty nice, add to the landscape quite a fair bit in my opinion. So let's keep it there as much as we can. We may destroy the grade school though. Can we upgrade? Start research project. Can we do something? What do we have? School of Law, which means I think there is it a detective? Right, I think it is the detective wing that we can research on, but we need some cash. Let's upgrade our accommodation. Yep, so let's do that. I am gonna be impatient and grab a little more cash. and start on the research project. I'll do it. Alright. So we are pretty good. Everyone's pretty happy. How are we doing? 81%, that's not too bad. Alright, so you guys need money. People are dying. Also, our medical services. Okay, I think it's pretty small. We should go for an upgrade. But we gotta find some space to do that. Do we have some space? What about here? Not enough simoleons. Alright, let's slow down a little. Alright, the traffic is pretty heavy, but it looks manageable. Budget problems. 23 hours? We're fine. No worries. Nearly full. Nearly full, so we need one more day. I think we need one more day. Once we get the trade depots full, then we'll sell everything all at once. Yep, the traffic's pretty okay. Let's take a closer look. Everyone's coming in from here. Yeah, I think it's pretty okay. It's not too bad. This is our alloy, our smelting factory. I think we're producing a lot of pollution over here. So let's upgrade our mansion. Continue to do so. I think I'll place a little bit nicer and make it even nicer so that people can protest in front of my mansion. Alright. Yeah, we definitely need a hospital. Send 40,000 crates of computers to the space center. I think we should be able to get started on the computers once we manage to sell everything. Plastic, are we importing? Are we importing? They're pretty cheap, I think. Alright. Are you guys full? You guys are nearly full. You guys are full. Alright, so I think let's slow it down. And I'm gonna try and sell everything right now. Let's export all of the processors that we have. Export. I think, do we have a... Right here. I think we have a couple more. More over here. And here. Let's sell them all and make a big profit. Continue importing fuel. Let's bring the speed up and sell everything and watch our money come in. We have made a lot of money from the tourism, so that's pretty nice for us.